Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening community call. Robin and Gregory here in Bozeman, Montana, and we get together every Monday evening to share the great news of LifeWave and have our community come together to celebrate people's successes, get success tips that we're going to get tonight, give you corporate updates, and be together. And we love our community so much. So this evening, I think we're going to start out with Anne and Mary. We have a new director under Jim Maver, and we're going to turn it over to Senior Presidential Director Anne Moreau, and she's going to introduce Mary, and we're going to get some success tips from Mary. Thanks, Anne.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Mary. She's got quite the initials behind her name. She's been an RN and has worked most of her life, or a lot of her life, in acute nursing care for 30 years, but she really has devoted her life to nutritional health, and you'll get that in a minute because she's been awarded a certificate for a clinician in whole food nutrition. She's a postgraduate with high honors. She owns her own optimal wellness practice since 2007. She's an applied clinical nutritionist. She won an award as in a recognition for commitment in patient health in a platinum program for Standard Process of Pennsylvania. She is in 2018, she completed the professional level training in nutrition response through ULAN Nutritional Systems. She studied hair analysis to evaluate intracellular mineral levels and healthy function of body systems. She's also completed an integrative health coach certificate through the Epidemic Answers for Families. She is passionate about helping people with the LifeWave products. So come on in and join us. Mary, can you unmute? Hi, Mary. So I want to say that I was talking to Jim Mavor today, who's my brother-in-law, and he was the one that introduced you. You and he were at a business networking group. He did his 1 minute presentation. You leaned right over and you said to him, we need to talk. We need to talk like right after this. And since then, you have dedicated your time using the team and the tools uh, since you started. So please, would you share with the community, what tips might help them get to director level? Because that's where you are. It's taken a while, but you're there.
Well,
Congratulations.
well, thank you. And it really is. I want to thank Gregory and Robin and you for recognizing me and honoring me because it really is an honor to be here. I fell in love with this technology. I was one of the really lucky ones that had an instant result. And so I love the technology, of course. This is my third direct selling company, and I'm definitely home. I'm totally obsessed with LifeWave. I thought it was funny during Vision when the president of the company said, "Be obsessed," and I'm like, "Yes, I am obsessed." I wish I was 30 years younger, but I'm not. But I'm working on looking as young as Robin in a couple of years because I've seen pictures of you, Robin, at the beginning of this, and my goodness, now, I mean, you look so much younger. So I had that to look forward to. Um, so I fall, it's really, it's no secrets, right? I plug into the calls. I hardly ever miss a call so that I can learn. So every time I'm on a call, I learn something, whether it's from you or Valerie on the fundamentals call, or Mark on, the learning how to use the app. I plug into the calls, and there are, many times because I run my own practice, I don't always feel like getting on the call. But I get on the calls and I'm always glad that I'm on the calls. So the secret is really, deciding that you want to do this and making it happen. And we have to take responsibility and accountability for ourselves in building this. You're always there for me, Ann. You are amazing. And Jim is always there for me too, and he's amazing. And Connie, I mean, we have such tremendous leadership and all the tools in place. We just have to plug into those tools. I'll get on and watch a video, if I've got an extra 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I'm just plugging away at it. And you're right, I am passionate about eating real whole food. And so, on top of running two part-time businesses, I cook almost everything that we eat in this house, and that takes time. And I make sure that I get plenty of, like, I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. So I can't always be on the 9 o'clock calls here with Gregory and Robin because I'm up at 5 in the morning. So I'm just plugging away at it and I continue, I'm totally committed to LifeWave, and I'm hoping that in a year, I would love to be able to just focus on LifeWave. Um, and I also saved this nice little congratulations card that I got from Gregory and Robin some time ago while you were on one of your wonderful vacations somewhere in the world, saying, "Congratulations, keep doing what you're doing, and greater success will truly be yours. With love, Gregory and Robin." And so I have this in my office that when and every now and then I'll look up at it and I just keep doing what I'm doing. So those are my tips. Plug into the tools, and
Yeah.
ask for help and ask for help when you need help.
Well, that was an important piece, right? Because when you're a practitioner in particular, when people are practicing and they're used to being the expert, getting out of the way and bringing that third party in, it
Mm.
was probably one of the most important thing that you could do, right? Is to really pull that other third party in. And so it's an amazing yes, it's an amazing company, and you are amazing, Mary. And I
Oh,
have been very, very proud, and I've watched you stay consistent, persistent, and never give up. And I think those are also very important things to do. So not only do you want to attend all those meetings and be part of that, but you also want to stay with it. And you never gave up. You had some low days. I
oh
remember
yeah.
those
Oh
low days.
yeah. Oh yes, yes. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 70 in a couple months and I have my practice and I have clients here in Maine and in Pennsylvania where Michael and I lived for 11 years. So I am juggling a lot of balls and I'm a one-woman show. It's a small practice, but I do everything from A to Z. And so it is a lot. And I do have days when I get down and I feel like, oh, I'm so tired. So I'll take a 20-minute break and get back up again. I mean, there's quitting isn't an option for me here. It's just not an option. I want freedom. I want financial freedom. I want to continue to help as many people as I can with this technology because everybody needs this technology. Everybody needs it. I'm blessed actually to have my practice because when I ask people, are you open to alternative, modalities? Of course they are. They're coming to see me because I'm a whole food nutritionist. So they're looking for something new and something other than, pharmaceuticals. So in that way, I'm blessed. And as I said on the earlier call, vision really gave me even more courage. I was to speak to everybody that's within 3 feet now to me. Today I had a call with another company um, for a patient of mine, and I just weaved it into the conversation. And so I sent her information. And I will get and tomorrow and I purposely signed up for a business network meeting tomorrow at 10:30. And I've got a gal there that's very interested to learn what I do, who's involved in nutrition. So I've tried to make as many to recruit with intention, right? Going to meetings and doing things just to meet people. And when I get out, I I seem to do pretty well recruiting. So it's
Well,
fun.
you have, you come from your truth. You don't push anybody. You just
Mm-mm.
share and people engage and then you use the tools and it's worked for you and you've been extremely successful. So thank you, Mary, so
You're
much,
welcome.
so
You're
much for
welcome. Thank
sharing.
you, Ann, so
Oh my
much.
God.
Thank
Oh, Mary, you embody what we all want. It's more Mary.
Oh,
And all those people that say they're too busy, you're fitting it in the nooks and crannies of your life. And those are the people that make it work. So, your passion, you're plugging into the tools, you're staying connected with the team. And
mhm,
that means a lot. Even though you say you don't want to, you do it anyway, and you're glad you did. And that's
mhm,
a hint for people. Stay close to the fire because it
mhm.
makes a difference. And, you know your why. You want freedom.
I
And
do.
then you know what you want to do with that freedom because that's really your why. So I'm congratulations, Mary. And I got I'll be 71 in a few months. Yeah, so we're right there together, honey.
Are, and you look so wonderful. You do, and you're such an aspiration for all of us, Robin. You're just one big heart.
Thank you, Mary.
You are.
Doing beautiful
Thank
job,
you.
Ann. Thank you so much.
Thank
So now
you.
we're going to bring on our next two people. Huh? Okay. So I'm going to ask them to, because we did,
Jim?
okay, ask to start the video for Jim. So thanks for hanging with us, you guys. Uh, okay, we got Jim on. So next we have,
Yeah.
um, next, let's see if she can come on. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. So now we get to have someone who's climbing fast. He's going to be a presidential pretty soon, and he has a new executive, and I'm thrilled. And Renee is fairly new in my life, but boy, what a gem she is! It was so much fun reading your bio. So I'm going to turn things over to Jim to do the introduction and interview with you, Renee. So congratulations, new executive. Over to you. And everyone knows Jim because he did the 90-day blitz. And he's quiet behind the scenes, but boy, is he a force. And we are so grateful to have you as one of our leaders. So over to you, Jim.
Thank you, Robin. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on here so I can introduce my powerhouse, Renee. I've known Renee. I was trying to think of how long I've known her. It's been quite a few years actually. She's been up here with her husband, Leon Patillo, and she's the one that's always kind of been in the background and doing all the work and getting him out on stage and helping him get to concerts. He's been a musician for a lot of years, and you know what? There's always the strength that's behind that person is the wife or the spouse, and Renee has been that strength and that driving force for that family. She's always go 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 and she's always given the glory to God for what has been accomplished in hers and Leon's life. And so Renee is I met her through another company. What I did was I was reaching out, doing what I was taught by one of my mentors, Eric Worre, and doing a lot of texting one day, done 50, 100 texts. And I reached out to Renee and she responded back. And I'll tell you what, when she got involved, you know what? She just went for it. And so she's been phenomenal. She does meetings, she does parties, she does patching parties, and one thing about Renee and the culture she's built, they like to eat. And so whenever they have a big meeting, I tell you what, you want some great food, that's where you want to go and great information. But Renee she's an incredible lady. And I'm not sure how long you and Leon have been married, but it's been a while. And I mean, she's a couple years younger than I am, but you know, she's just always energy, always full of energy. So Renee, congratulations. And presidential is right around the corner. You're going to get there and really soon. And so congratulations on that. And so why don't you just go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story, how you're introduced, and from there.
Thank you, Jim. Oh man, I am just I'm just so excited to be with LifeWave. You know, it's amazing what a year can do. In 2023, I was just helping Leon, just like you said, we're doing ministry. And really, I wanted to do something for myself because I know my giftings are different. I'm basically a businesswoman, but I'm a servant at heart. With Filipinos, we want to serve others first. So network marketing is really perfect for me. And it's a good combination. It's a perfect completion to what we do because Leon, you know, he ministers in the spiritual and I minister on the practical, on the health, the finances, and everything. And I just thank God for allowing me to be with this awesome company. Thank you to LifeWave, David Schmidt. And thank you to you, Jim, for introducing this to me in December of 2023. And my story is actually, you know, I had carpal tunnel syndrome and I was going to my chiropractor. And of course, I thought she's gonna heal me just like what she did with my back. Unfortunately, after 4 sessions, she told me that I needed surgery, and that's when Jim introduced the patches to me, and I was really skeptical because I was thinking, oh man, these are just like circular patches, circular band-aid. What can they do, right? And I even asked our doctor friend, you know, Dr. Lambert, Jim. I don't know if you know Dr. Lambert. He does stem cell injections. So he was the perfect person to ask because when you mentioned stem cells, I'm like, seriously? How can these things help your stem cells? So I said, I talked to Dr. Lambert. He was actually in Thailand. And I asked him, Dr. Lambert, do you know anything about these things? And guess what? He said, oh yeah, I've been ordering them from the company. And I'm like, really? So anyway, I started patching, and after 7 days, my pins and needles, my tingling, and of course, I had numbness, but the pins and needles and tingling just went away after 7 days. And after a month and a half, the numbness went away too. So I said, wow, this is awesome. So that really got me going. And on the business side, the first thing I do, because you guys are asking for what did I do, like tips uh, to success. Um, the first thing I do every morning, because I always hear they say, you know, talk to God first before you talk to anybody. So the first thing I do is I pray, and I pray for God's blessing, guidance, you know, because we can do the natural, but God can do the supernatural. And He's doing it, you know. Sometimes people will just call and then asking for something for prayer and everything. And then we started talking about health. And then I would introduce, you know, the patches, the technology in the patches, and then they sign up. So prayer really works. And I would you know, if you guys could do that, pray for your business every day and just watch it grow. Okay. So that's the number one thing. And then when we started, when Jim told me about this and I started doing the business, what I did is I binge watched. I went on YouTube and I just typed LifeWave and I watched all the videos I could. Actually, I was not watching, I was just listening. You know, I would have my earbuds on, whether I'm washing dishes, whether I'm walking, or sometimes before I go to sleep, I can't sleep. I have my earbuds on and I would listen to anything about LifeWave. We have to know the product. And that's me. I want to know everything about it. Of course, I will not know everything the first time. I try to know as much as I can about the business and about the product so that when I talk to people, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable and at least they would maybe listen to me because I'm talking about something, right? I know a little bit. And at the same time, during that time, there is a video that Jim gave me about Onyx Cole, and she was with Marcy and some other people. And I memorized that thing that she said when somebody asks you about the business, about the patches, what do you say? And I listen to it over and over again. Sometimes you have to know what to say when someone asks you, "Oh, what do you do? Oh, what is that patch?" You know, you have to say something. Oh, yeah, it's a longevity patch. You know, something like that. And sometimes they ask you, "What do you do?" Well, I help people. You know, something, anything like that. So at least you have to master those things so you know what to say. Also, we have to know the exact names of our patches. Before, when I started, I was having a hard time memorizing carnosine. So I'm like, okay, is it carcinoine? What is it? So I had to memorize it. So when I talk to people, I know exactly what it is. Carnosine, glutathione, and now we have Celergize. We have to know exactly what they are. And so I would suggest for you to know the exact name of your products. And also, the third thing is, I share testimonies. Sometimes people would say, well, let me try it first. If it works on me, then I would do it. I mean, I was thinking, you know what? I don't have all these other health issues. So the first thing I did, like, I have a friend who had fibromyalgia. I don't have fibromyalgia, so I cannot wait for me to feel better because I don't have that. So what I did, I went on Facebook, and there is a Facebook group called X39, X49 Lifeway Patches or something by this guy. I think his last name is Gervais. I forgot his first name now, but I went there and I typed fibromyalgia, and I found testimonies. And what I did is I called her. And of course, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't really know her that much. I met her one time, but I spoke from the heart. My goal is to really help her. My goal is not to sell anything, because people will know when you're trying to sell something. So, and that was not really my goal. My goal is for me to see how these patches will help her with her fibromyalgia. And that's what I did. I called her even if I was nervous. And I was very transparent. I said, you know what? I really feel awkward to talk to you about this, but because you mentioned you had fibromyalgia, I thought I would share this with you. And then I gave her the video. I mean, not the video. It's like the testimony. I shared with her the testimony on Facebook. And you know what? She was so excited, and she was so happy because she has tried so many things, so many doctors. And she said, "Oh my gosh, Renee, thank you so much." And that was in January. I just started. She's one of the first few people that I talked to. And come to find, she started as a retail customer. She did it herself too, because I was just starting. I wasn't really sure. And at the same time, after that, she became a preferred customer in February. And in April, I met her and she gave me her testimony that, before she was always tired, no energy, and she was always in pain. But in April, when I met her, her hair was so beautiful and she had energy and she was happy. And in
Oh, that,
June, she became a brand partner. So
oh,
sometimes it is a process sometimes. And what I would say is that we don't always have to sign up people. Be sensitive where they're at. Some people just want to use the products. Sometimes they just want a patch, right? So just be a good listener and be where they're at. That's what I
beautiful.
did. Okay.
Oh, thank you. You said a lot of good gems in there, Miss Renee.
Oh,
I love it. And what Jim said about, I always like to look at who's behind the one that's out front, and
oh,
that's the person that's holding it. And you've done a masterful job with your husband, and now you've got your whole team and you're doing a great job. And you said a few great things. David starts the same day the same way you do, is talk to God first, and ask for guidance and be grateful. And you're always listening. And I love that you're binging on LifeWave. That
yes,
was good because I remember Judy and I early on, we were like, where are all the David videos? And we couldn't find them. So we had to create a way to make it easier for everybody else. And
yes,
the last thing you said about sharing stories, we say all the time, stories sell, information tells. And when you pick a story that relates to what's going on with someone, you gave your friend hope. And that's
hmm,
what we do. And it's so beautiful. So we are thrilled to have you as one of our new executives. We want to congratulate you so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us tonight and sharing a little bit of your wisdom. And I know, Renee comes from a Filipino background, and I've been around some Filipinos, and they do love to be in community and they love their food. And so
yes.
I've been around that, and it's always a treat. Yeah, thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. And I appreciate you both.
Great.
Gregory and you, for your leadership and for always being there for us.
That's our job. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to have, is this it? Okay. So now we're going to briefly go through a little bit of, we got to meet these two treasures this evening. Gregory's going to fix it and make it look better. He always makes me look better. It's amazing. I'm so lucky to have him. Yes, we've got the, okay, so now we want to go. There are 2 US promotions going on. I'm not going to go into the details of all of them. The one in the middle, if you go to the promotions tab, it's always there. The performance bundle is a great promotion, always, because you're saving quite a bit of money. And if you go on monthly subscription, you save even more. But right now, you can get Sellergize. We're going to learn how to say it, Renee, together. Okay. With the performance bundle, and then you get a free Eon. And I want to let everyone know I spoke to Meredith today, and what she shared with me, because I asked how come it's just available in a bundle, and she said that they had a limited supply, but they wanted to make it available, and so it wasn't to weed people out, but that was the reason, because they didn't want to run out. And so just know that they're stocking up, because they know everybody wants it, but they introduced it, so they wanted to make it available. And then the other one is the $50 off of the performance bundle and the YH system. So it's always nice to get a deal. And I got an email or a text message from Rowena in Canada last night. And she said, I tried to order the special with the free energy. And in Canada, it's called Spark. So it's the same thing as Energy Enhancer. They just have a different name. So when you get the YH system, you get a free Spark. I love it. And it does spark you up. And they made a mistake and they took it off 12 hours before it was supposed to go off. And so, in communicating with VIP several times today, and thank you, Rowena, because you guys reaching out to us helps us know what's going on, and we help the company know what's going on. So they brought it back to the Canadian market, and it's good today and tomorrow. So you get you're actually getting an extra day instead of losing a day or 12 hours. You get 2 extra days, which is great, or almost 2 days. So that is available until tomorrow. And then the same thing as in the US is the YH system in the bundle, and you save $50. So that's what's going on there. I hope you guys are enjoying Live Younger 3.0. Oh my gosh, we're getting great feedback. And Gregory had some, wonderful things unfolding about the replicating site that's coming soon in the near future. The boot camp is happening. And for anyone who's been to the boot camp, it's a blast. It is so fun. And the community gets together, the leaders do the training, the company sponsors the event. We will be there. Gregory and I will be doing a training together. Lots of other great leaders. A wonderful time to be together. So come join us in Orlando, February 6th to 9th. There is an opportunity meeting Thursday night, and then all day Friday and half day Saturday. And so Geraldo and Garrett will be there, and we love those guys. Meredith has done a brilliant job. I mean, they were on board before she came on, but she is adding quality people. And just for a contextual sake, when she talked about having the right people in the right seats on the bus on Saturday at Vision, there's a very famous business book called Good to Great. And great companies, it's by Jim Collins, and great companies find the right talent for the right job. And that has been a major part of her focus. She said, this is not a place to punch a clock. People at Lifeway, they work really hard. So that's what that meant. A lot of people didn't really understand that. Gregory and I are going to go back to Utah, February 26th, 25th, 26th, 27th. We'll be doing tours at 1 p.m. Make sure that you reach out to your upline director and let them know if you want to go and how many seats you want. There's 10 spots for each tour. So, and it'll be first come, first serve. So please let us know. This is a great opportunity. We have been having a blast. I mean, I love going to Utah because it's so much fun to be with all the people. We have a wonderful local community that we're getting to know and just love. And then we have all these guests coming in, and our brand partners are bringing their VIP guests, and they're getting to kick the tires and go to the office, and it's magnificent, and have the experience in the Welcome Center. It's truly words cannot express. You got to be there. And so we look forward to having all of you guys have your opportunity to visit the Welcome Center. So that's coming up. Punta Mita, the point tracker's there. Anyone who is above 20 points should be getting emails from the company telling you where your points are. And in Live Younger, I'm sorry, in the Facebook group for North America, Lifeway Business Builders North America, you will see the names of all the people that and on the leaderboard. Okay, so I'm gonna speed up a little bit here. This is all regular stuff. Tomorrow night, our very own Dr. Jeff. Love, love, love. I love our practitioners, every single one of them, and I'm just so blessed that I get to know them personally, and they're just amazing. So Dr. Jeff will be on with us on our Power the Pat showcase tomorrow night, hosted by our very own senior presidential Janet Kiefer. So that's going to be a great show. Again, a great place to bring guests. And I think I do want to say one more comment before we close here for the evening is I had a long talk with Meredith today, and I know that, there's, the vision event wasn't the best that LifeWave ever did. And I encourage people, if you have ideas of things the company can do better, to write it up while it's fresh. What went well and what you could suggest for even better. And I shared a lot with Meredith today, and she said, Robin, I really appreciate your input, and I appreciate how honest and direct you are. And I talked about some personal things too, and I'll skip that part. But she's so open, and so is Josh. I talked to him also. They will be sending a feedback form out, but at this time, this is a good idea to write down your thoughts while they're still fresh. Okay, because the company does want our feedback. They really, really do. And I'm very good at giving feedback. I'm very regular. What? Oh, stop share. Okay. I'm stopping share. Okay. We're done with the share. I want to make sure if there's anything else. Oh, Luis loved the social media presentation. Wasn't that fabulous? And Jason Cisneros, wasn't he amazing? And David explaining, the seller guys. There was a lot of great stuff on there, and there's some things that could be done even better. And that's how we learn is feedback. As Stephen Covey used to always say, feedback is the breakfast of champions. And we are always open to your feedback. And I so appreciate when people reach out and let us know what we can do even better, in the Live Younger community. So I want to thank everyone for being here this evening. A special shout out to Anne and Mary and Jim and Renee. We're thrilled to have you in our leadership group, and onward, everyone. So thank you so much, and good night. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Love you.
Good night.
Bye bye.
You guys.